Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Blahber podcast. I'm your host Roshni, and for the ones who don't know me, I'm actually just another content creator who talks about her 20s on a podcast. It's been a couple of crazy months for me. A lot has happened, and I'll try my best to catch you up with my life, but it didn't feel right for me to talk about my life in a positive way when I didn't actually feel positive about it, when I was actually busy trying to understand what I want, where I am, where I'm headed, and all of that with a lot of work on top of it was just too much for me to handle. Yeah, I vanished. I would actually like to call it hibernating, self reflecting, understanding myself, and now I'm back. To be honest, I actually shot the same episode 2 weeks before. Something happened, the audio and the video did not match. I think I forgot to press record for some part of the video, and because of that, I couldn't edit the video or the audio and put it out on YouTube. I could have put it on my Spotify and Apple account, but I just decided to reshoot it. But anyway, let's talk about what's been up with me. Let's talk about the highlights. Okay. I went to Spain with my bestie and it was crazy. Originally, it was supposed to be a group trip, me and my three best friends. But something happened. One of them had to move abroad. One of them had too many responsibilities back home. So it was me and my friend Shreyal. But she could only do 1 week out of the 14 days of the trip. So the rest was just me. Shreyal had been to Barcelona before and she had only great things to say about this place. So I was pretty excited for it. I would like to say that Barcelona is more like a touristy place. You'll see people from all over the world coming there, partying. Oh my God, the parties there are crazy. Clubs are on till 6, 7 in the morning. No, actually not in Barcelona. It shuts at 3. The parties in Barcelona are amazing. Believe me, I did not sleep on this trip at all. I got really sick after that, but yeah, it was not worth the nap, all right? You shouldn't sleep on such a fun trip. We decided to stay in a hostel, and I love hostels. Shreyal doesn't. It took some time for her to get used to it, but eventually she liked it because we made a lot of friends. We met a lot of people. Sadly, we didn't do any of the hostel activities because we were just so busy exploring the city on our own, trying out a lot of food. This girl had a few of her favorite spots already in that area, so she took me around and she made me experience that with her, which was amazing. We really like the city. It's beautiful. But I would say that what stood out for me was the party scenes. Like the parties there were just so good. The bars there were really fun. The music there vibed with us. Like it was our music. किसी ने तो मेरा playlist या श्रेयल का playlist connect कर दिया था. I don't know. But the music was just so good that we couldn't stop dancing. So that was Barcelona. We also had a beach day there. The beaches are pretty crowded and it was the peak of summer. So, I mean, obviously it's going to be crowded, but nice. It was really nice. I found out that La Tomatina, the festival, is happening on the 30th of August and I planned my entire trip around it. If you don't know what La Tomatina is, please go and watch Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. Don't ask me this question, all right? We decided to drive down from Barcelona to Valencia. So we rented out a beautiful red car, and because we were taking the coastal road, we planned to stop at some beach on the way. We found a beach, grabbed a few beers and something to eat, laid down our blanket, and chilled for the next 1 hour. I went for a swim, and the water was pretty shallow, so I could walk really deep and still have my feet on the ground. Shreyal followed me for a bit. And then she's like, Roshni, let me just go back and check if our belongings are still there and nobody's stolen it. So she goes back to the shore and I am way inside and I've walked way too deep inside and I'm just floating when suddenly I see people leaving and I wonder, why are they leaving? I'm still floating, chilling, and then the waves get bigger and bigger. Now my feet are not touching the ground anymore. So I thought that, okay, fine, the tide's coming in, so I should just swim back. I don't panic. Side note, I'm scared of water. I don't panic though. I tried to swim back and I was going back to the shore, when the current kept pulling me in and now I'm kind of swimming backwards. I tried to not panic for a second, but come on, dude. The ocean's eating me up, so I started panicking. Now I'm drowning. Shreyal sees me drowning. She's swimming towards me, but I'm way inside, so it's really difficult to get to me. And there are like these two girls swimming a little further away from me. They ask me, "Are you drowning?" While I'm drowning, I'm like, "Yes." And then they swim faster. They swim to me. They try to save me. Shreyal tries to grab my hand. I am panicking, so I am like taking everybody down with me. But somehow these two girls, angels, bring me to the shore. I've had so much seawater by this time, but these girls really saved my life. Probably the waves would have died down in 2 minutes, which it did, and I would have been safe anyway, but I panicked. And why wouldn't I? Moving on, we reached Valencia, which is closer to Buñol, and the next morning, a bus was supposed to pick us up from there. Now, the main festival starts around 11 and it just goes on for 1 hour. So, you have so much time to kill till 11 a.m. So, what do? We grab a 1-liter sangria and plan to keep drinking 1-liter sangrias till 11 a.m. Have you ever been hit in the face with unsquished tomatoes? Drunk? And because you're drunk, you don't even know who hit you and you don't know where to aim. So you just keep getting hit by tomatoes, praying that you survive this 1 hour without any bruises and get out alive. Okay, I'm exaggerating. It was a lot of fun. It was really, really fun. We went to the exact spot where Farhan was standing initially in the video. And oh my God, the whole festival was a vibe. Everyone was in such a happy mood. So full of energy early in the morning. It was beautiful. A lot of Indians come for this thing because just like us, they watch the movie and they want to experience it. And I'll say that it is worth the experience. You should do it once in your life. But protect your eyes, wear strong footwear so it doesn't break, and just throw things. Just throw things at people, okay? Save your eyes and just keep throwing things. That's all you need to do. You don't know what's going on because there are so many people around you. Everything is red. So for that 1 hour, everything is just war. So you play the game and get out happy. That's it. Okay? And drink more sangria because why not? After Valencia, we did Ibiza, which was wow. It was an experience. Ibiza, again, touristy and a party place. That's it. The beaches are not that great. So don't go there expecting a beautiful blue ocean. You'll just find rocky beaches. It's not that fun, but I would say do experience the clubs there. The clubs there are really good. They're unlike your normal clubs, so they start at 12 a.m. and they close at 6:37 in the morning. We decided to do one night of clubbing, and clubbing here is more like a concert because you pay for a ticket and then you enter and you cannot get out. One of my favorite artists, Medusa, was playing at this club. So we booked tickets for that place. The headliner was supposed to be David Guetta, but we didn't care for him. I mean, he's David Guetta. He keeps coming to India anyway, right? First of all, I'm 27. I feel sleepy at 1 a.m. So I don't know how I'm supposed to stay awake till 6 in the morning. But once you start enjoying the music, you lose track of time. Because Medusa was so much fun. My friend also couldn't stop dancing the whole night. In fact, when the club actually shut down at 6:30, she was like, really? Why don't you all just go on for another hour? Because I really, really enjoyed this. So Ibiza, I'm just going to skim over. It was mostly partying, beach parties, boat parties, and at night, clubs. Nothing else, actually. Nothing else. Now, Sevilla has a special place in my heart. This city is gorgeous. It's just a beautiful city. You walk around, see the place, eat good food. That's it. I just felt like the vibe of the city was so warm and welcoming. I didn't feel like leaving that place. I made a friend there, actually. She was my age. I met her at my hostel. And we decided to just roam the city together and talk about life, relationships, religion, whatnot. We just talked the whole day. We became such good friends and we follow each other on Instagram now. She was so sweet and her life was so different than mine. It just felt fascinating to know more about her, to learn more about her, to see how she lived her life as compared to mine. I don't know. I don't know. It was just a warm exchange. Sevilla was just 2 days, and then I headed to Malaga, where again I made a bunch of friends at my hostel. The hostel organized a pub crawl. I went for it, made a bunch of friends, and we hung out the next day. We went to the beach together. We ate together. We spent the whole evening together. So much fun. I would just say that if you are going to a new country all by yourself, just stay at a hostel. Take part in all the hostel activities because you never know. You might make a new friend for life. I just love meeting new people and getting to know more about them. I met this beautiful woman there who served in the army for a bit and then came for this vacation. I met people from all around the world. I met people who spoke different languages. And it was just such a hearty, wholesome exchange with them. And that was it. That was my trip. It was warm. It was fun. It was sleepless. It was a lot of alcohol. But all in all, fun. This brings me to today's main topic, that is friendship. A couple of weeks back, I put out an Instagram story asking you guys to help me with a few topics to talk about. And a lot of y'all mentioned friendships in adulthood. It made me think a lot because friendships as a kid happen way too easily. There were no grounds for friendships. There were no reasons. You liked somebody, they're your friend. That's it. But now, as an adult, things have changed so much. You don't find it easy to just trust somebody. You have layers, you have complexity. There is so much more to you now that you don't know if people would like it or accept it. So should you hide it or should you talk about it openly? And then there is just so much overthinking. There's so much thought put into it that friendships just don't happen. I'm going to talk about my experience with friendships as a child and as an adult. Okay. I was a very social kid, so I almost participated in everything, be it dance, be it acting, be it sports, everything. But for some reason, I could never make friends. Most of the people in the school already had their groups, so I wasn't a part of it and they didn't want me to be a part of it. And I don't want to sound like a pick-me girl, but most girls just didn't like me. I did have a lot of guy friends and I had a few really, really close girlfriends. I'm a girl's girl and I would always want to be friends with women over men because men are disgusting. So when I made these friends, I kept them really close. For me, my friendships hold a lot of importance. So I put everything into these friendships. I was always there for them, always helped out. They helped me out in their own ways too. I had this one friend who was so good at math and I suck at math. So before our board exams, she literally sat down every night and helped me with my math. She helped me get better. And because of her, I give all credit to her. Because of her, I did well in math. So in school, I had just a few friends, but those few friends were very close to me. For me, friendships back then just happened. There was no reason to it. There was no condition to it. It was just there. You spend a lot of time with someone in school, you sit right next to them, eventually you become friends. You start doing the same things together, you suffer through the same pain together, which is school, so you become friends. I feel like it has something to do with the proximity, the familiarity that you have of the surrounding, of the people that brings you closer together. So friendships in school or in college actually happen because you are sharing the same space together and the same experience together. Then when I went to college, my experience was completely different. I didn't have friends scattered all around the place. I had groups. So there's a lot of people now. There's a lot of new relationships. But when you're in a group of friends, you always have a few close ones and the others are just friends, right? So I always had my close ones and then the others. During this time, I also started having boyfriends. So that was another addition to my personality. and I'm growing. I'm turning into a woman now. There's so many things added to my life. As your brain develops, you start seeing the world for what it is. Your bubble grows bigger. You've gone from just school to now college. So now you're traveling all the way to college. You're meeting new people. You're in a new surrounding. And you're again and again, you're sharing this new experience with a bunch of people. And that's why friendships become so easy, because you're sharing this with somebody, right? School friendships start seeming a lot more childish to you because you just became friends because you probably studied together or played together or did something together. And now this person is growing into a different human being and you are changing too. So maybe your personalities might not match because your experiences are changing and these friendships might just fizzle out. College friends become important. College friends almost become family to you because you're spending so much time with them. And that you carry on till the end of college, where you decide to part ways or still stay friends. You'll see that out of all these friends, only a few stick around because those few actually got to know you and the others were just there for the fun. But I'm not shit talking about any of these friendships, all right? For me, every relationship has its decided duration, and once it's done running its course, it goes away. Be it friendships, be it partnerships, be it family as well. There's always a time to put an end to a relation or maybe just distance yourself from it. I have shared all these beautiful memories with these guys, but only a few of them are going to come with me ahead in my life and be a part of a lot more new memories to come. Take a TV show for an example. You have your main characters and you have your side characters. The main character will always be there in every single season, correct? But the side characters might change or might not change. They might come along with you in the next season or they might not. So it does not make them bad or turn them into a villain. They just ran their course. My closest relationships came to me during my university period when I was studying interiors. I met two girls who survived uni with me for 3 years and now we're inseparable. Here are the differences that I've grown up. Now I know what I like, what I don't like, and what I seek. So when I came across these girls, I felt like I could see myself in them. They were warm, they were sweet, but at the same time, they were crazy and so weird. They got me and they accepted me for who I am. When I was in school or in college, I was very pliable. I did things that I wouldn't do normally because I don't think it's my nature, but I did it for them. I did it because I wanted friends. I did it because of the experience for the plot. But now when I came to uni, I was still a bit pliable, but I knew what I wanted. So I tried being me. And I hope that somebody would like me for who I am. And these girls did. I'm definitely still friends with them. And in fact, one friend was added, the one who came with me to Spain. I met her a bit later, but the way we clicked, the way we just could relate to each other was crazy. And now we're just sisters. Now we're done with school, college, uni, and we shift gears. We go to a professional space. We go into adult friendships, all right? At this point, we don't remain pliable anymore. We are reluctant to experience new things or give something a chance. We have our ideas, our thought processes set in place. Not just that, even our fears, our trauma comes along with us. So all of this has already created a foundation in our lives. And if anybody has to get through to us, they have to go through all of this stuff and then get through to us. So they need to experience the trauma, the pain, the fear, the everything. We get out of our tiny little bubbles and are thrown out into this world, into reality. People are mean. Everybody has a motive. Everybody wants something from you. So how do you trust people? How do you make friends? And I'm sure by this time you must have come across some toxic friendships as well. So you have that trauma that will hold you back and won't allow you to actually let anybody in. But that's not just you. That's everybody. So how do you find friends? Relationships become more important. And by relationships, I mean boyfriends, girlfriends, getting married, having kids, your family, Money becomes important. Social status becomes important. I realize that I'm not making real friends at my workplace for sure. Even though we share the same surrounding and the same life experience, everybody comes there to just get the job done. Nobody wants to be there. They would rather be with their family or their friends. So when you come into a workspace, the relations that you make there are only limited to that place. Once you get out of there, they don't care about you. And usually there is a lot of competition in the workplace. So you're not making real friends. There are a few cases that I know of that say otherwise. I know a few people who found great friendships at their workspace, but it's not for everyone. It's a one-off case. So now your life has a routine. You do certain things. The people you meet, the places you go to are all the same. You keep repeating the same thing again and again. You're not actually meeting new people. So how do you make friends? I know you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel yet, and you feel like you're kind of stuck somewhere with the same number of people, with the same experiences, with the same conversations, just repeating itself every day. You're living the same life and nothing seems to change. But right now, you're in just one season of your life. I'm bringing the reference again because I feel like it fits into the story of life really well. In this season, you're supposed to do exactly this. You're supposed to be around these selected characters. Doesn't mean that in the next season you won't have somebody new. You won't meet new people. But with that said, if you don't put yourself in new situations or new settings, experience new things, get out of your comfort zone, then how do you expect things to work your way? So in the first half of this episode, I talked about how I made new friends on this trip, correct? Do you think I was not nervous? Do you think that I did not fear rejection? Like I just waltzed into the place expecting just everyone to come and be friends with me? Traveling alone for me is not easy. I don't think it's easy for anyone. But I chose to put myself into a situation like this so my experiences can teach me something new. The reason I met these people is because I went on this trip, because I chose to do it alone. Had I gone to this place with my friend, I probably wouldn't have made new friends because I would be so comfortable just being with her that I wouldn't look around me. But because I opened myself up to traveling alone and staying at a hostel, I met new people. I made new friends. So basically what I'm trying to say is put yourself in uncomfortable situations. I'm not saying travel to Spain, but there are things you can do in your own city or in your own town that could allow you to make new friends. For example, join a dance class, join a gym, pick up a sport, pick up a hobby, anything. You can start cooking, you can start pottery or something like that. You can sing, anything. Pick up something for yourself, a sport, a hobby, and go for it. The key is simple: proximity and familiarity. By that I mean you share the same space with these people and you see them frequently. So the proximity, and you get familiar with the person. That will bring you closer, and that's how you become friends. Just like school or college, this is what you do as an adult. Another way to do this would be Bumble BFF. Have you all tried it? I haven't actually, but I think I will give it a try. It's just like going out on a date, but instead of searching for a partner, you search for a friend. You might hit it off or you wouldn't, but I think you should give it a try if that's something you're interested in. One more way is travel. When you travel to a new place, doesn't have to be a new country, a new city, a new town, a village also. You get so excited about the newness of everything that making new friends somehow just feels easy. You're already in a very uncomfortable situation. You don't know the place, you don't know how to get around, you don't know anything. So this is just one more thing you don't know about. If you get rejected by someone, it's fine. It's okay. You might not even see them ever again. So, you just go for it. So modern problems need modern solutions. You cannot go back to school, or maybe you can, but if you're not going back to school, then find a new way to just be around new people. Yes, spend time with your old friends and be with family for sure. But once in a while, just try to take out some time for yourself. And this way, you're doing something new for you, something that you like. And you find people that like the same things as you. and you find new friends. That's it. That's all I've got. I just love friendships so much. And I don't know how many times I must have said friendships in this episode, but I really love friendships. Friends teach you things that your parents couldn't teach you, that your teachers couldn't teach you, that nobody can actually teach you. They come into your life with so much energy. Sometimes they even take your energy. You share pain with each other. You share stories with each other. You come close in that moment. Whatever time you have with each other, you come so close and you do so much together. Those memories, they go on with you forever. They sit in your head. They stay in your heart. These friendships are immortal in your soul. I know I'm sounding way too philosophical, but every person that I have met in my 27 years of life, I'm glad that I met them. I'm glad that they taught me what they taught me, because they are the reason why I am this today. This version of Roshni couldn't have been made had I not met all of these people, had I not had all these friends. So yes, you will make friends as an adult. It will be different compared to the ones you had before. There will be conditions to it. But everything in life has conditions. Everything in life will run its course. So do not expect anything to last forever. Do not expect anybody to take all your bullshit. Have friends for different things. Have friends that you would like to party with. Have friends that you can have a heart-to-heart with. Have friends that you can travel with. Have friends that you can actually fight with but still be fine with them. Have friends that you can eat with. Have friends that you can introduce your families to. Have old friends, have new friends, have all types of friends. One person can't be everything for you. You have so many different facets to your life, and so do they. And you need to find people who fit a particular need in your life. That's it. The only person that needs to be there for you is you. Before all of this, you need to improve your friendship with yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to know who you are and what you want. And try to just be there for yourself. You can have so much fun in your own company. I do that quite a lot, and nowadays I've started respecting my own space so much that if I cannot find anyone to do a certain thing, I will just do it myself. Like if I want to watch a movie, and I can't find a friend to do that with, I'll just go and watch it by myself. Your relations will always be there, and there will be new ones as well. But your relationship with yourself has to be the strongest. If you are there for yourself, if you love yourself the way you love other people, that's it. Nothing can go wrong in your life. Okay, I'm going to stop here now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It really came from my heart. Like I said, friendships are very important for me. And I would want everyone to experience beautiful relations and beautiful friendships in their life. I hope I was able to help in some way and you take something away from this episode. I hope you can support this podcast by following it on all the socials. You can watch all my episodes on YouTube at Blahber Podcast. We are on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And please, please, please follow this podcast on Instagram and give us all your love and support. I'm going to sign off now. I love you. Goodbye.